Camping is a recreational activity in which participants take up temporary residence in the outdoors, usually using tents or specially designed or adapted vehicles for shelter. Camping refers to the activity of temporarily staying outdoors, typically overnight in a tent, camper, caravan, or other portable shelter. It involves spending time in nature, away from the urban areas, and immersing oneself in the outdoors. Camping can be done in various settings, such as national parks, forests, campgrounds, or even private lands. It often includes activities such as hiking, fishing, swimming, cooking outdoors, and enjoying the natural environment. Camping is popular among individuals and families seeking to disconnect from modern amenities, experience a simpler way of living, and appreciate the beauty of the nature.
The history of camping. The history of recreational camping as we know it today can be traced back to turn of 20th century in 1908. Thomas Hiram, holding a British traveling trailer, produced the Camper's Handbook, which helped to popularize his love of camping in the outdoors as a recreational activity. In the United Kingdom, he scored to camp the river from his experience as a boy in 1853. He crossed the rise of United States in the wagon trade, covering some 1,200 miles, 1,900 kilometers with a company of 300.
How to do camping? First, choosing your campsite. There will be a large variety of campsites available to you for your first time camping. Things to look out for include whether they are considered child-friendly, if dogs are allowed, and the facilities such as toilets and showers that are available. As a beginner camper, it's a good idea to book a campsite with high-quality facilities and a town nearby so there are plenty of places to eat and buy supplies if you forget something. Second, purchasing your tent. Tents come in all shapes and sizes, and it's important to choose one that's right for you. When picking a tent, it's a good idea to choose one that's a size or two bigger than the number of people using it. This will allow enough room to store your gear in the tent and have comfortable sleep. If you're unsure which tent is right for you, take a look at our tent guide. Third, purchasing sleeping bags. Whatever time of year you choose to camp, it's a good idea to bring a sleeping bag as temperatures can drop at night. When choosing a sleeping bag, pay attention to the season and temperature rating to ensure it will keep you at the optimum temperature for the time of year you choose to camp. Our sleeping bag guide gives an outline of all the important considerations when choosing a sleeping bag. Fourth, practice pitching your tent. One of the most important tips for your first time camping is to have a practice pitch of the tent at home. This will ensure you know how to put up and take down the tent, and any problems can be solved while you're at home, not at the campsite. Fifth, have a practice camp. Once you've had your practice pitch of the tent, why not have a practice camp? Camping can be daunting for beginners, but spending a night in the garden will help you judge the amount of layers you will need to wear if your equipment is adequate. 6. Setting up at the campsite. When setting up your tent, try to pitch in an area where the ground is level and clear of any debris which could cause damage to your tent. Always put the back of the tent to the wind to give it more stability, and put your pegs into the ground at a 45-degree angle. 7. Make a camping essentials list. Camping for beginners can be a challenge, particularly when you're not sure of the type of equipment you need. For help, check out our camping equipment guide and make your own checklist to ensure nothing is left behind. 8. Plan your meals beforehand. Planning what you're going to eat and how you're going to cook, it can save beginner camper a lot of time and hassle. Check campsite rules to see if you're allowed campfires, and research the local area for any pubs or restaurants where you can eat if things don't go to plan. Camping for beginners can be exciting and memorable if you get it right. Follow these 8 tips and your first camping trip is sure to be a success.
These are the following lists we must complete before going to camping. This list could help us to become more aware of our surroundings, to maintain the cleanliness of the area, and also for us to have a safe and unforgettable experience. However, these are the provided don't-lists to help us avoid conflicts during our camping on the area of when we're staying.
Camping is a recreational and oftentimes laid-back activity pursued outdoors, away from cities and towns, and in the top of nature, with fresh air and occasionally wildlife. For a company, one can set up a tent or live in a caravan, camper van, or motorhome when camping. But the classic camping trips involve stopping without intent and the mercy of Mother Nature.
And camping, peace and quiet. Unplug and enjoy the simplicity of nature. Forget charging your smartphones, tablets, and gaming consoles, and instead recharge your own batteries. Your body and mind will thank you for it, and you will return to work refreshed and energized. Turn off the internet, the emails, and even the news. All you need is one charge phone for emergency. Keep turn off the pack away. More exercise. Camping requires more physical exercise to gather, prepare, and store food, get around a campsite, and manage your shelter effectively. Go further by adding fishing, swimming, walking, or bike riding into the mix and kick cardiovascular benefits and calorie burning of the charge. Reduce stress. One of the important health benefits of camping is that it reduces stress by removing common triggers like work pressure, traffic, and the rush of city life, replacing them with the calming effect of birdsong, the sound of wave crashing on the beach, and the wind in the trees. The real thing is much more therapeutic than anything you find on your MP3. Better relationships. Do you sometimes feel like you never talk to your family, and when you look around you, everyone on device of some sort? Being in close proximity to loved ones or good friends, without the interference of modern devices like smartphones and tablet, can let you communicate more directly, receive eye contact, having to depend on each other to prepare food and look after your campsite, build camaraderie, a sense of community and shared purpose that adds to your well-being. Improve memory. When you're out camping and surrounded by trees and fresh air, your body releases higher levels of serotonin, a naturally produced neurotransmitter that helps regulate your mood, appetite, and sleep. Serotonin also improves cognitive functions such as memory and learning. Better sleep. Melatonin is a natural hormone that helps control your sleep and wake cycles. When you're stuck in office for a long period, working in artificial light, your melatonin levels can be suppressed by the blue light and artificial sources like incandescent bulbs. Camping outside exposes you to melatonin-friendly yellow light, which can help you achieve a more natural alignment of sleep-wake cycle with sunrise and sunset. Vitamin D boost. Being outside, your body absorbs huge quantities of sunlight. The sun provides a healthy outer glow to the skin, and internally, the body's use it to synthesize vitamin D, which help your body absorb calcium, phosphorus, two minerals essential for healthy bones and teeth.
So what are the possible dangers you may encounter when you are camping? First, fire hazards. When people think of camping, they often think about sitting around the fire, sharing songs, roasting marshmallows, and watching the stars. It sounds like the perfect evening, but many people don't know how to build a fire, leading to many fire risks. If a camper does not build or start a fire correctly, it can spark out of control, threatening the camper's campsite and nature. Safety advice should include fire instructions and a clear statement about whether fires are permitted or not. If they are not allowed, there can be severe consequences for the people who started the fire. Second, animals and insects. Some places has incredible camping spots to explore, but these untouched landscapes are not without wildlife. Here are the most common animal and insect dangers while camping: bears, snakes, wolves, cougars, hornets, disease-carrying insects, and scorpions. For the best safety with camping, it is important to know the animals that reside in the area. Then people can take steps to protect themselves and reduce the risk of an encounter. For example, people should shake their shoes and belongings before putting them on. Mosquitoes and ticks are common risks in parts of the Philippines. Campsite safety should include campers inspecting themselves for ticks before bed and applying mosquito repellent. There are a lot of bear safety camping tips out there, and with some simple steps, this danger is reduced significantly. However, many people do not take the right steps to bear-proof their campsite, such as keeping pets on a leash and managing food storage correctly. One of the best bear safety camping tips is keeping distance and making noise if someone spots a bear.
Extreme weather condition. Weather can change quickly no matter what the weather forecast says. Common weather hazards while camping include flooding, lightning, and snow. Campers can caught out of this condition, leading into injuries, being stranded, gear damage, and death. Extreme heat or extreme cold is one of the most common risks while camping. Campers can develop conditions such as hypothermia and sunstroke. It is not uncommon for campers to have a suitable gear, leading to this condition, even if the temperature are still mild. For example, a camper may not have warm enough sleeping bag or enough clothing to stay dry. Dehydration is also a risk if there is no or not enough water supply or resources. One of the risks owning a campsite includes dealing with this medical emergency, as often campers will spend a day exploring. The symptoms of begin to appear once they arrive in camp. It is essential to have the most proper campsite safety protocols, as there is liability risk when the issue arises to camp. Planted berries. It can be tempting to try different plants, especially some delicious berry appears on the trail. However, hunting or consuming a plant and berries without sufficient training can be dangerous. Some of the berries and plants may be safe, but others could cause a severe sickness. Some of the campers end up needing hospital attention or even poisoning themselves. Only those with the right training should share knowledge about the plants and consume them. Altitude sickness. Some of the parts of the Philippines are at high altitude. Usually, any elevation over 800 feet can cause altitude sickness. Altitude sickness causes a broad range of symptoms. It can start with a mild headache, nausea, loss of appetite, and fatigue. However, it can quickly escalate to vomiting and severe conditions such as high altitude cerebral edema or HASE or haze, or high altitude. Pulmonary edema or HEAT or HAVE. This condition can be life-threatening. Campers should ascend slowly with an altitude. If some experience symptoms of altitude action, should be taken immediately. This can include descending to the lower altitude, rests, hydration, or seeking with medical attention. Falls, injuries, and medical emergency. It is common for people to exert themselves in a way they are not used to when they're camping and hiking. Whether they have a pre-existing condition or not, camper can experience falls, injuries, and medical emergency. People often fall when they are at the viewpoint or go off trail on hiking. Exhaustion is also a factor that increases these risks of camping. Common injuries include sprain, concussion, cuts, and broken bones. Drowning is also a risk in camping location around water. There are also risks if someone has substance abuse issues or struggle with their mental health. The right preparation must be in place to help people camp safely and enjoy experiences. Beaver fever. Garnia is a disease that is transmitted through contaminated water or poor sanitation. It is sometimes nicknamed beaver fever. Most cases clear up on their own, but some people requires medication.